in the Thevenin theorem, we have to follow certain steps. First of all, we should know that Thevenin is a scientist name and it is given on by Thevenin only. So step number one is we have to find out the value of load resistance. Okay. So what is basically a load resistance? Load resistance is in whichever branch they ask you to calculate the current, that is known as load resistance. For example, I am giving you a simple circuit to explain you. Like suppose this is a circuit, and in this they ask you to calculate find current in 8 ohm by using Thevenin theorem. Okay, so in which branch they ask you to calculate the current? In 8 ohm, right? So what is the load resistance? Load resistance value is equal to 8 ohm. Got it? Step number 1 clear? Okay, so let's move towards step number 2. Whatever the load resistance is there, we have to open circuit load resistance. Okay, open circuit load resistance. So draw the same circuit and we have to open circuit it. Open circuit means we have to remove RL. Okay, so let's redraw this circuit again. Here it was RL, so we need to open circuit it. Open circuit means we need to remove it. Got it? Is this the same value? Yeah. Okay, understood this step number 2. In the next step we need to calculate Thevenin voltage. Okay, Thevenin voltage, as Thevenin is a scientist name, so he gave basis on his name only. Thevenin voltage is denoted by VTH. Suppose this terminal is A and this terminal was B, where load resistance was connected. Okay, so VTH must be equal to VAB always. So wherever the load resistance was connected, marked it A and B always in the circuit by your own. So VTH would be equal to VAB always. Now we need to calculate VAB. As you can see that there is no direct connection between A and B, right? So just imagine that you are standing at A position and you have to be back to B, right? So VAB would be equal to VAC plus VCD plus VDB. Got it? Can we write down like this? You can choose the longer path also, but it would be better to choose the shortest path. Until and unless if there is a current source. Remember, current source is just like our enemy, so we won't go through the path where our current source is present. Got it? So VAC, as you can see, this is the open circuit. So is there any current flowing in AC branch? Yes or no? It's an open circuit. In an open circuit, current would flow or not? No. So if current is 0, then voltage across that would be also 0 or no? Similarly in dB, current is 0 because it's an open circuit. So voltage across that point would also be 0, right? Now what is left with us? VCD, as you know, according to Ohm's law, can we write down VCD is equal to ICD into RCD? RCD is how much? They have given already 10 ohm, right? And we should know the value for ICD. Can you tell me how can we get the value for current? That is the current flowing in C to D branch. You have two options. Either you can apply KVL or you can apply nodal analysis. Okay. So I am applying KVL because for nodal we should have node, but in this circuit we don't have any node. Okay. So let us consider it as I1. I1 is how much? Can you tell me the mesh equation for I1? That would be how much? Positive, negative, right? Positive, negative, positive, negative. So equation would be, we have to take the second sign. We'll start from this point. Minus 4I1 minus 10I1 plus 14 is equal to 0. So after solving, what we'll get? I1 is equal to, tell me, 1 ampere. So can we substitute the value of 1 ampere here? Then VCD will get it as how much? 10 volt. We can substitute this value of 10 volt over here. Then we'll get finally VAB, that is equal to VTH. We got it as 10 volt. That is our step number 3 completed. Got it? Next is step number 4. Step number 4 is calculate Thevenin resistance. Again, it's a scientist name, so he gave basis on his name only. Thevenin resistance is denoted by the term RTH. Okay? TH for Thevenin, R for resistance. He gave some follow rules, that if there is a voltage source, okay, voltage source is just like a, it should be a sorry, it should be short circuit, okay. But if there is a current source, then current source must be an open circuit, correct? Current source must be open circuit. So you have to remember this, voltage source must be short circuit. Short circuit means remove that source and connect a plain wire across that. Current source must be open circuit. Open circuit means completely remove it. Got it? Again, we have to redraw the diagram. In this circuit diagram, we don't have any current source. We'll have only the voltage source. So let's draw the diagram. Voltage source is here. We short circuited it, and rest of the diagram is same. Got it? This one was 2 ohm, 10 ohm and 4 ohm. Now again marked it here as A and B. Now we need to calculate RAB, that would be again equivalent to RTH. Okay? Just imagine that you are standing at A position and you have to move towards B. And 4 ohm, 10 ohm, 12 ohm are your friends. So if two of your friends are at the same path, then that means they are connected in series or in parallel. Tell me. And if two of your friends are connected at different paths, tell me, then that would be connected in parallel. Okay? We'll start from them which were very far away from your house, like from A and B. So 4 ohm will start it. 4 ohm and 10 ohm are connected at the different path. So we can do 4 parallel 10, right? Next, as you can see that 4 parallel 10 and 2 is connected in series. So it would be 4 into 10 divided by 4 plus 10 plus 2, that would be equal to RTH, right? That would be 40 by 14 plus 2, whatever the value we will get it. Now move towards step number 5. Step number 5 is calculate current. Okay. So that would be, we calculated VTH, right? VTH is connected in series with RTH, right? And wherever we can disconnect or open circuit the load resistance, that is come back. And in the last, we need to calculate the current across load resistance only. So according to this, we are having formula, that is I should be equal to VTH divided by RTH plus RL, right? We calculated the value of VTH, we got it as 10 volt. We can substitute it here. We calculated the value of RTH. After solving, we'll get a some particular value, right? We already know the RL which was removed in the starting. Whatever the value was RL, I don't remember. What was the value of RL? Took it. Okay, I don't remember. So I would be equal to, we can substitute the value, then we'll get the final value of current. Okay, understood? RL was 8 ohm, right? RL was 8. Now see, how can you remember these steps? Like just imagine this in the step number 1, this is your home, okay? And in whichever branch you need to calculate the current, that is you. So you have to search you, that is you are 8 ohm. In the next step, just imagine that your parents removed you from their house because you are doing nothing, you are not studying, you are not earning, you are not doing nothing. So parents said that leave away our house, Ishan. Okay, just imagine. So you step out from your house. Then in the third step, your mom started calculating potential in you. Potential means the positive points. Okay, potential means the voltage, so you need to calculate voltage. Now in the fourth step, just imagine that your dad starts calculating negative points in you. Negative point means resistance, so you need to calculate Thevenin resistance. Okay, so they put both their points. Your mom calculated potential, she put their point. Your dad calculated resistance, he put their points. And then they decided to bring you back to your home, right? And finally you are back to your home. From A and B terminal you were removed, then you will be back to A and B terminal only, and you will get the value for current. Understood?